Good morning and welcome to Real Estate with Tracy. My name is Tracy Gerard, your trusted and dedicated realtor. And on this show, we discuss all things real estate and more. Today, I am going to introduce you to Dave Bryant with the Funky Junky. Now, Dave is a junk removal and handyman specialist serving the Richmond and surrounding areas. So if you guys have a house full of junk, you do handyman services as well. Or if you have a honey-do list that your honey does not want to do, you don't want to say too, because we're going to talk to Dave when we come back. Hello, and welcome to Real Estate with Tracy. I'm Tracy Gerard, your trusted and dedicated realtor, here to help you navigate the exciting world of real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, relocating for military services, luxury properties, or investment opportunities, I'm here to provide expert advice and insider tips. So join me as we explore the latest market trends and answer all of your real estate questions. I'm ready to explore the exciting world of real estate. So let's talk about it. You can reach me at 804-400-0456. Dave Bryant.
Nice.
Okay, we got to give you that grand introduction.
I appreciate that.
So Dave,
Yo.
Talk to us. Tell us who you are and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you know, my name is Dave Bryant, and I started a business called Funky Junky. Started with junk removal and then turned into a little bit of handyman stuff, and I'm a catch-all for just about anything out there when it comes to home improvement. Those little jobs that people just, the big contractors don't want to do or whatever. I pull in and I help people out.
I like it. So real quick, Dave and I used to work together. Dave used to actually be my boss when we were working in corporate America. And so most of you know my story about me being laid off. Well, Dave was laid off too. We were all our company was bought out by another company and we lost our jobs.
All the same day.
All in the same day, exactly. Yeah. So you went to work for another company.
Correct.
In the same field, and I hopped into real estate. So tell us a little bit about that.
So actually what I did is I started working for a storage company right after that. Somebody I had worked with at a previous company.
Okay.
Actually, the one we got laid off by.
Okay.
Had called me, and so I started with them, and it was, a storage company. So that's kind of where I guess the beginnings of the Funky Junky started, because obviously they had a need for junk removal. And when I worked there, I had a need for junk removal.
Okay.
So when, after another job, I'm like, you know what? I kind of got tired of the corporate world. Of the corporate world. Too much politics, too much greed, not fun. And I was a stress monkey.
Yes,
I could not.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get off my chair sometimes because I was just so stressed out. But I found a way around it, and the Funky Junky is what did that.
Yeah. So talk to us about the moment that we all have that moment sometimes where we are stressed out, we're miserable, we get up and we're miserable, we go to bed and we're miserable because we're stuck in this job that we hate. What was that moment that made you say, okay, that's it, I am going to just go all in and give this a shot?
A little bit was my back was against the wall, I guess.
Tell us about your back being up good. What happened?
With what? The last one?
Yeah.
I think part of it was, I don't want to create no soapbox, but being up on being as old as I am, you kind of get aged out. I actually had an interview with the company I was working for, and you got great examples, Dave, but they're a little outdated. Did you just call me old? So that's how it was. They wanted these young shuckers to come in here and do their thing. So I kind of got tired of that, and the moment for me was just realizing, I'm never going to get to where I want to be. And what I really want isn't so much the money as opposed to just a good way of life, and stress-free.
Yes. I always say you can't put a price on peace.
You cannot.
Like, you cannot put a price on peace.
No price on peace.
So, Funky Junky.
Yeah.
Why the Funky Junky?
Well,
by the way, I love the name.
Of course you do. So, obviously, Tracy, you and I worked on that for the longest time. We had so many different other names. I can't remember what they were.
They were crazy names.
Yeah, they were crazy. And then the Funky Junky just... it's easy to say. I don't care who it is. I say that too.
Yeah.
It's catchy, and you always get that chuckle. Mike just chuckled when we did it. So, it's just catchy. People remember it.
It is. I love it. I love it. So starting your own business, you know, your friends and family, you know, we're not supposed to like really, I'm not going to say listen to our friends and family, but we're supposed to just go after what we want to go after. When you told your family members like, hey, I want to start my own business and it's going to be the Funky Junky Funk Removal, what did they say?
What the hell? You're doing what? You know, I'm joking. Actually, I had a lot of support. And,
yeah, that's good.
And a lot of support is most likely because, yeah, please do something different because you're driving me crazy complaining about where you work now.
Yes, yep.
So
yep.
I think it worked out. It was a little trepidation on their part, but at the same time, I think it was very supportive, especially from my 212 group that you and I go to.
Yeah, definitely. I know for me, when I told my mom, you know, after we got laid off, I told my mom that I'm not going back to corporate. I'm going to hop into real estate full time. And she's like, you need a check. A check right away. Where's your check coming in?
Yeah.
Like, you got to have.
Well,
and I'm like, this is what I want to do. I may need to borrow some money at some point, but I am going all in because this is what I want. So
you have to take a leap of faith. I mean, I'm a single parent, so I mean, I got to take care of my kid and the household, and of course, bring all that money in, and you know, obviously, it's a little
because
scary.
the bills are still due on the first. Like it don't matter, right?
Yep.
So what, as far as because I didn't have a business plan. Did you have a business plan? A business strategy that you know
when I was in my my turmoil at one point, I go okay, you know, when you're driving down the road talking to yourself,
right?
I think the biggest thing, I'm sitting here going, all right, what else can I do, and what do I have right now that would help me? Well, I drive a big pickup truck,
right,
so I'm like, all right, I could do hauling, so and it's quick, easy entry in there. I mean, obviously I already had the overhead, which was the truck was the biggest thing.
Right.
I got myself a cart, and after that, you know, I had everything I needed. I just needed some crazy shirts to go with it. So, you know, other than that, my hands, my back, and a lot of ibuprofen.
I was gonna say. So that was my next question. Like, what was the hardest part? Like, what did you discover after starting your business? Like, did anything surprise you? Like, whoa.
I'm not 25 anymore. The next mornings were always the biggest obstacle of getting back up.
Right.
Whether it be my knee or my arms or my elbows or cracked in the head by an. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just that was probably the hardest thing, getting my hands on ibuprofen every morning.
Yes. So, for people that are, you know, looking to do this or something similar, where did your first customer come from, and like, where are your customers? So what are you doing?
I would say my first customer actually came from my connections with the storage company that I used to work for. And then, and there wasn't a lot of business, so there's no way I was going to survive. And really, it was 212.
Yeah.
And Tracy, it was you too. I mean, I'm not here to blow smoke. I'll be honest, Tracy, you talked me into doing it. You gave me the support and the belief that I could do it. I mean, it's like I said, funny how roles change. I used to pick you up on a bad day, and you were helping me out, so it was great.
Yeah.
But I think overall, I was able to just do something different and figure it out.
Yeah, definitely. So how's business going for you now?
Business is good. I mean, it started, I had like a job a week, and then maybe I had 2 jobs a week.
Yeah.
And then a friend told me about doing this email, and then once I sent that email out, I had a job every day. I'm getting to the point I had 2 jobs a day. You know, it's the winter time, and not a lot of people are moving and stuff like that. So, and the bulk of my business comes from these storage facilities. Okay. But, you know, as I was saying before, a lot of it came from 212 too, from a residential side, helping realtors do flips or painting or landscaping.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different things I've gotten my hands into.
With
just junk
212.
and handyman,
Definitely, because you picked up the handyman piece just from, you know, from being in 212 and people asking you to do
all
can you
kinds
do this,
of,
can you do that?
Can you do this, can you do that? Yeah, plus with the storage company, they wanted some more maintenance, you know, fixing the roll-up doors or fixing a leaky toilet or whatever it might be, you know, a hole in the wall. I mean, so I got into all that.
And one thing that I would say about 212, I've been a member of 212 for 7 years. You've been a member of 212. This is what your second year. Yeah. And the ability to be able to visit other groups. And make connections with other. You're not just tied down to that one group. Like, you can visit, as long as they don't have another handyman junk removal services, you can actually visit those groups as much as you want and ask for business and make connections. So that has really helped you with
Incredibly.
networking. Yeah.
I've said to you, every time I go to a meeting, I get a lead.
Yeah.
I mean, even if the lead doesn't pan out, still I've got that action
you
and
made that
that
connection.
marketing's
Yeah.
coming through. So,
Yeah.
and it's just another name, and then down the road, hey, you remember me from
Yeah,
a month
definitely.
or two? Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Definitely.
The next thing you know, you're doing a job for them. So.
You know, my mentor always tells me to get in the room. And I always say that in 212. I mean, when I go to 212, it's like you got to get in the room. Like, you know, if you're in the room, you never know who you're going to meet, and you never know what that connection will lead to. So that's always good. Where do you see the future of Funky Junky?
Well, I think I'm working on getting a second crew. I'm the first crew, obviously. But I'd like to get a second crew because, again, I'm not 25 anymore. So I'd rather be out doing estimates and stuff like that. But, I mean, still, I like doing the work as well. I like working with my hands. I love tools. So it's enjoyable. But so growing that, and one of the things I'm also trying to do is get a contractor's license. So I can do some of the bigger jobs like decks and things like that.
I like it.
I mean, one of the things that I want to say about what I do is, again, I talked about corporate and their politics and their greed. The one thing I don't want to do in the business that I'm running is be greedy. So what I want to do is make sure that I'm giving an affordable price. I mean, I look up and try to figure out what's the best price and stuff like that, and I still always find myself short.
I always
but
tell
at
you
the
that.
same time, that's what builds your business. And by doing the right thing for customers, just a little extra, and actually caring about what you do, it matters.
Got to be extraordinary. Throw that extra in the middle, and you always get more. So, what advice would you give to someone who is like yourself? What's like yourself? Miserable in their job. They want to do something different, and they are scared because it is terrifying.
Oh,
yes. When you are safe. Because I was safe at our company, you know, like the company that we worked at. I was safe. I had a 401k. I had insurance. I had all of that. You had the same thing. And then to go from that to just, where's the check coming in? Like my mother said, you know, you have no consistent check coming in, and you have to every day go up. You got to go out and you got to try to get it. And I remember back in 2005 when I very first got my real estate license, my first broker, Randy, and he's since passed away, but great guy. And he told me every morning that you wake up, I want you to put this sign on your mirror in your bathroom, and that sign said you are unemployed. Like every day that you wake up, you're unemployed. You got to go out there and you gotta find business and you gotta find work. And I still think about that. Like when I get up and I'm tired, I'm like, you are unemployed. You gotta get up and you gotta go. You gotta go find that business. So what advice would you give to someone?
I think, well, not to ramble, but the biggest thing is the only shot you miss is the one you don't take.
That's so true, yes.
And, you know, like you said, I was scared to death. I mean, a single parent can't fail.
Right,
You know what I mean? I fail this, I fail my kid, I fail everything.
Yeah,
you know? So
definitely.
not going to happen. You know, so you kind of, like I said, sometimes you got to get backed in the corner to realize what you're worth. And again, with the support that you've given me, the whole 212 group, and the whole way 212 has kind of helped me grow and build this business. Yeah, man, I don't look back because I'm a happier person. Everybody said, man, you are so much happier than when you worked at corporate. I go, man, you're not kidding. I mean, and again, money's great, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, being able to come home and not yell at my kid or kick my dogs out the door, you know what I mean? It's just, it's so much better. You know what I mean? So, I mean, do I struggle at times? Heck yeah. You know, but at the same time, I love every minute of it because I enjoy it. 100%.
So I read on your LinkedIn, you are affordable.
Yes.
You definitely are affordable. I refer you, of course, to all of my clients. You are reliable, and I will say that you are not on time. You are always early. Like he got here this morning at 8:40. I'm like, why are you there now? Like it's not until 9:15.
Well, when you're a single parent, you have to.
That's just what you do. But I love that. I love that about you. You're reliable and you are respectful because it's you have to respect, even though you're removing junk.
quote unquote
Quote
junk.
unquote junk.
It could be a dining room table that family had sat around for 10 years. And,
Yes.
if I take it out into their driveway and chop it up with a chainsaw, they're not gonna.
Yeah.
They may call it junk, but they're gonna walk inside and they're gonna cry.
Yeah,
And I don't want to
definitely.
ever have that. And
Definitely.
That's just not the. You gotta be smart when you're doing stuff.
So affordable, reliable, respectful, and you are licensed and insured.
Yeah.
You are licensed and
And I
insured.
care.
And you care. I
do.
love that. I love that. All right. Where can people find you?
Well, you can call me on my phone number. My mobile phone, 804-901-6901. Or you can email me at funkygjunkyrva@gmail.com. And there's Y's on both funky and junky.
What else would it be?
Well, you did IE the other day. So just wanted to make sure we're on the same page going forward.
Did I really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fun
I must
stuff.
have been like talk to text or
Yeah,
something.
craziness.
I have no idea. All right, Dave. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank
I
you.
really
I appreciate
it.
the
I
time.
love what you're doing, and I just pray that God continue to bless you and your business and your family. And I just love what you're doing.
Thank you.
So
Wouldn't
for
be here
joining me.
without you.
All right, awesome. Thank you guys.
See ya.
See you next time.